Hey everyone, Smokin' Joe here. Welcome to Smokin' Joe's Retro Gaming. Well, it's one of my favorite times of the year right now. The spooky decorations are up, the scary movies and Halloween specials are on TV, and as a gamer, I like to play games that fit the occasion. So if you're looking for something to do this season, here's a list of 10 must play retro games for Halloween. Developed by Capcom and initially released in arcades, Ghosts and Goblins is a run-and-gun platformer where you'll play as Arthur on a quest to rescue Prin Prin who's been abducted by the devil. Considered by many gamers to be one of the hardest games on the NES, you will work your way through 6 tedious levels using javelins, swords, and torches to vanquish zombies, demons, and ghosts, and you'll have to do it twice to see the game's true ending. Shadowgate is the first of 3 games in the MacVenture series, originally developed by Icom for the Apple Macintosh and later released on the NES. Play is the last of the line of Great Hero Kings, tasked by the wizard Lakmir to stop the Warlock Lord from releasing Behemoth from the dark depths. In this problem-solving point-and-click adventure, you'll make your way through the eponymous castle Shadowgate, gathering items and solving puzzles as you avoid traps and fend off monsters. In this isometric adventure game by EA, you play as Poltergeist. Killed in a skateboard accident as a result of poorly made parts and shady business practices, you return as a ghost to exact your revenge by haunting the houses of factory owner Vito Sardini, his wife Flo, and their kids Tony and Mimi. This is achieved by interacting with various fritems throughout the Sardini residences. Blue fritems will work automatically when a family member is close by. Orange are manually activated with a button press. And green will allow you to control items with a D-pad. When all 4 houses are cleared, you must defeat the Ectobeast, who is disguised as the family dog. Monster Party is a Bandai platformer only released in North America on the NES. You play as Mark, a kid who meets a monster named Bert while walking home one night from a baseball game. Mistaking your bat for a weapon, he asks for help in ridding evil monsters from his home in Dark World. You fuse with Bert, allowing you to change into him with capsules you find along the way. In Dark World, you'll encounter creatures like man-eating plants and shrimp tempura before facing the Dark World Master. Every town has an Elm Street, and every gamer should have a copy of Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES. Search for Freddy's bones, finding items along the way like coffee to stay awake and Dream Warrior icons that'll change you into an acrobat, ninja, or necromancer. Grab your 4-score adapter and 3 of your closest friends, cause you're gonna need as much help as you can get when you enter the dream world and face Freddy Krueger in this LJN classic.
You forgot the Power Glove! Boing, 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 boing.
Light years ahead of the 2 games we got in the States, it's new Ghostbusters 2 by HAL Laboratory. Only released on Palin in Japan and much more resembling the movie, you pick 2 characters choosing from Peter, Ray, Egon, Winston, or Lewis, with player 1 controlling the proton pack in the computer or player 2 controlling the trap. In this lesser-known gem, you'll reenact famous scenes such as a courtroom with the Scoleri brothers, the spectral locomotive, and finally the battle with a Vigo painting.
You're like the buzzing of flies to him!
2 months have passed since the Umbrella Corporation released its biological weapon, the T-Virus, onto Raccoon City, turning people and animals into monsters. In this survival horror game by Capcom, you play as rookie police officer Leon Kennedy or college student Claire Redfield. Using an assortment of weapons such as firearms and flamethrowers, you will take down hordes of zombies and mutants as you search for survivors and a safe way out. Lightning strikes while Jennifer visits her boyfriend Rick's grave, resurrecting him and the Pumpkin King, who kidnaps Jennifer and escapes. You play as Rick, a Jason Voorhees lookalike, armed with an axe and an occasional shotgun with limited ammo. Released exclusively in Japan, you'll need to import, put it on a flash drive, or emulate to play this one here in the States. In this side-scrolling, super deformed platformer by Namco, you'll encounter horror movie parodies and even some pop culture icons. When Dr. Tongue's experiments are unleashed in their town, it's up to Zeke and Julie to stop them. Created by LucasArts and released by Konami, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a run-and-gun horror co-op for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Starting only with a squirt gun, you'll fight off droves of aliens and monsters such as axe-wielding maniacs and demonic babies, with a goal being to rescue all of your remaining neighbors who will progress with you to the next stage. You begin with 10 neighbors, and when there's none left, it's game over. Every 100 years, Dracula rises from his grave to terrorize the people of Wallachia, and only a Belmont can send him back. Castlevania is platforming at its finest. Armed with a family whip the vampire killer, you'll face monsters from movies and myths such as the Grim Reaper and Frankenstein's monster as you make your way to the top of Castle Dracula for your confrontation with the Prince of Darkness himself. Combining tight controls, amazing graphics, and one of the greatest and spookiest soundtracks in video game history made Castlevania and any games in the series a #1 choice for retro games to play on Halloween. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. For more retro gaming, hit the subscribe button and set the bell to be notified when I go live or upload content. I want to thank you guys for watching, stay safe, and happy Halloween.